Chris Demm says he had something happen to him in a Sheetz bathroom that has never happened to him before.
Correct.
On the way
in
back,
all my years.
in all of his years.
Foot tap?
That's what's good. I don't know. Let me tell you something else.
Wide stance.
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
Oh, that's mine.
Okay.
But I'll take. Remember that? Was it a congressman or senator one time took a wide stance?
I believe he was a senator.
I think he was.
Wasn't
too. Yeah, I think so.
Was that in the airport?
Yeah.
Reclaimed, but
Yes.
it's also
Right
that
there.
airport restroom was known for.
Was he from Minnesota?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his name. Been years ago now.
Neither.
But he was accused of putting his foot under the stall.
Making overtures.
Yes. Sexual overtures. On Saturday, I went to an event, as I said. It was at a Trump National Golf Course. And they had a family event for my wife's cousin. Yeah. I mean, really nice. Very nice place. Okay. So I had...
You have to tuck in your shirt.
Right.
Big time.
And usually I'm not wearing...
Did they hand out the MAGA hats at the...
It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it was, nice. I mean, everything. You could see the golf course. I was like, wow.
Did the ex-president wander through? He's been doing that lately.
I didn't see him.
Yeah,
He'll show up anywhere.
But I went...
Did I tell you about the election? Stolen. Oh, funeral, sorry.
He did that.
I thought it was a wedding.
He did that at a memorial service last weekend.
Yeah.
He really did.
This was a memorial service. This was a celebration of life.
Right.
And no, I did not see the former president. That would have made news. That would have been something now. Anyway, but here's why I'm talking about wide stances. I was wearing khaki pants, which I usually don't wear. Okay.
Trousers or shorts?
Trouser. This pretty. I wasn't sure what to wear, and I saw some shorts there, but I
Were you in
went.
country club casual?
Yes, that's what they call it. They said dress country club casual, so that's what I went with. And got there, and my wife, her phone wouldn't fit in the bag, hers. So she goes, "Would you hold my phone?" I said yes. So I had two phones in my back pockets. Okay, one each. So when I went to use the restroom, and when I took my shirt out, my pants basically just fell down.
Oneie?
Doing a oneie, doing a oneie, but standing.
You undid your shirt?
Well, I did because my the underwear I'm wearing, it's hard for me to pry open the
Your shirt
the
hangs
flap.
in front of the
in front
flap?
of the flap. Yeah, my shirt was hanging in front of the flap. So
Is
I
it still one of
undid.
your fat shirts?
Yeah, I was wearing a fat shirt. And I was wearing a fat shirt. I didn't like the underwear cut.
So you had to unbuckle,
So anyway.
unbutton,
So when I unbuckled,
Like a butter's pea. You
Yeah.
just lift your shirt up to your nipples.
right?
like a kindergartner.
Drop and
Oh, that's not,
ankles.
it's not normal.
Well, the point is,
Calvin or Hobbes? Which one is it?
Calvin.
when I did it, my the phones were in the back pocket, so my pants went down to my knees.
Added weight.
Extra weight.
And when I tried to pull them out, I just couldn't get it all done. So I took an extremely wide stance
To keep him up.
To keep him up, I took a really wide stance, and I thought, I believe that guy in Minnesota now. So I believe I did.
Finally.
While I was peeing,
20 years later.
I thought, I believe. I don't even remember his name.
Senator Disgrace.
That guy. I was like, maybe that's why he took. Because if there had been somebody in the stall next to me, my foot was going to come under. And I thought, I believe this guy.
You A-framing.
I was, yes. Very, very wide stance. So I could have given a foot tap to whoever was next door and not meant to do it. That's the only time I've ever taken such a wide stance. And I thought, I wonder if his pants were giving him a problem. And that's because to keep them around my thighs, I had to go wide.
Yeah.
Wide. And it worked. I mean, it worked, but it was a wide stance. But the question is, what happened to Chris Demm in the bathroom when he was stopping at a
Yep. So
gas station?
there's a Sheetz that's kind of halfway between my parents' hometown and where we grew up and where we live now, and it's a good halfway point. Sometimes we refuel, use the bathrooms, snacks, waters, what have you. So as we're going in, the man walking in ahead of us is wearing Crocs and socks, and of course I noticed this and I said, "Look, I'm not Crocs."
Crocs
You know
and
me.
socks. Yeah,
I'm very judgy.
Of course.
I hate Crocs. Crocs with socks, forget about it.
Yeah.
This guy's my age.
Yeah.
But then he holds the door open for us. He goes out of his way to hold the door open, so I feel bad.
Nice guy.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice man. He's just dressed in Crocs and socks. So I figured that'd be the worst thing I see at the Sheetz bathroom.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't it.
That's not even what you're telling
Not
me.
even close. Then I go into the bathroom, and it's kind of a busy afternoon at the Sheetz. All the urinals, I had to use the middle urinal because there are three. So there's a guy on my left, guy on my right, and then
Terrible
Just me.
position. Awful.
Yeah. If you got shy bladder, it's not the place to be.
Oh, right.
So it took me a while to get it going, but thankfully the guy on the left was shyer.
Okay, good. Y'all just had
Prostate.
He was there the whole time I was there and was still trying to squeeze out a drop while I was washing my hands.
Can't squeeze
Can't squeeze a drop without being told.
It's no Shawshank line.
It is
That's
Shawshank.
That's good stuff. Yeah.
But the star of the show
It was on your right.
was at the far back end,
Far back in.
Oh.
the commode.
Oh, okay.
There was a dude in there, and you could see his pants were down around his ankles, and he was clearly facing out,
Yeah.
taking it down
Yeah, cheesy. Yeah.
with the door open.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Now, he had a tad bit of modesty because the toilet is slightly off center from the door. But there was no mistaking it.
Gross.
He was pooing with the door open.
Oh, God. That is disgusting.
Who does that? What kind of psycho?
Maybe it was the door wouldn't latch or something.
Yeah, maybe he was
Perhaps it opened all the way.
All the way.
I mean, it was 3/4, 4/5 of the way open.
Even when they won't lock, I lean forward and hold my hand on it. I do a lean.
You couldn't physically do it
Couldn't
with
do it,
this
no.
setup.
Yeah.
He's too far away from the door,
God, I've never
and
seen
so
that
you
either.
would have had to. He would have had to pull it.
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
This door opens out.
I've never seen that either. That's
Pooing
rough.
with the door open.
Well, let me ask you this: you missed this on Friday. We had a lot of and I'm glad that you're here to hear this because you're a foodie.
Yeah.
And on Thursday night, and you weren't here on Friday, my wife and I went to see the movie you're in, which was outstanding.
Oh, good.
It's called Tethered. I brought you the poster. And
Thank you.
Yes, and the team that we've both worked with before, it's called Four Leagues Media.
So talented.
It's really good. I've been thinking about the movie ever since. One of the guys who we know really well, Coop, called me to see what did I really think of it, and we got into it. I liked it better than Blair Witch Project. All right,
Okay, that's good.
but I didn't like Blair Witch Project, so there's that. But
You didn't tell him that.
He goes, "Wow, that's a compliment." Yes, that is a compliment.
A notch above.
I did like it.
Come on now.
Now, before we went to the movie, my wife and I went out to dinner at a restaurant that is now unnamed. And while we were there,
Casual, fast casual.
I'd say what we called it a step above Applebee's, but not like a Ruth's Chris. It's
Okay.
in between the two. Okay, so I would say it's a pretty nice restaurant. I think it's a nice
Yeah,
restaurant.
it's a couple steps above Applebee's.
I got grouper. Right, we'll say
Okay.
that, okay. My wife got shrimp and grits. So we're there, and while we're eating, right after we had started eating, a couple comes in, two women. They sit on the same side of the booth.
School bus style, my wife calls it.
Yeah, they're going school bus.
Yes.
One is really stroking the other's hair quite a bit. So I'm watching this.
None of your groupers getting cold.
You're not going to like that grouper.
Now, my wife, the A-train, she can't see it. She's pointed away from them, and I'm looking right at them.
Okay.
We're like this, and that's how. So she doesn't see it. She'd have to turn her head to see them, but I'm looking
got
right
it.
at them. And one of the women takes her shoes off and puts her feet up on the other booth across. And I stare at this, and her nasty old feet. I mean, nasty feet up there on the. And I was disgusted by it, but I didn't say anything. It's gross. It really was gross, and they weren't that far from me. Like from me to the wall is where they were. Me to Biggie, maybe. And I see her old nasty feet up there, and I watch it for 40 minutes, while we're eating. And then my wife, after we're getting the bill and everything, I mean, they stayed up there the whole time. And my wife says to me, finally, as we're paying the check, "Don't look now, but I think I see some feet on a booth." And I said, "Oh."
You're late to the party.
She goes,
Honey.
she said, "Don't look, don't look, don't look." And I said, "I don't need to. I have seen
Yeah.
your eyes."
I just ate a plate of grouper with those feet.
They've called them old grouper foot.
Grouper foot.
But, some people, most people thought that was inappropriate. The question I had to you was, because my wife said, "I want to tell the manager," and she held it against the restaurant because the server didn't tell her to put the shoes back on, or didn't tell the manager to put the shoes back on. And she said, "You should tell the manager." To me, and I was like, "No, we're done. Let's go." And of course, I wasn't going to get involved. I said, "Let's just go."
Yeah.
But
And
do you think
we
this
took several calls from people
Yeah.
saying the manager should have gotten
should
involved?
and the server
I
should
can
have told the
almost
manager.
see that point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's you got to have shirts and shoes in the restaurant, and they were nasty old feet.
Yeah, exactly what you hate. Blackfoot.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Supermarket feet.
From the Blackfoot tribe.
Yeah.
They must be eating with a gift card.
But gross. And I didn't like it. But if my wife and I had been sitting in opposite seats, she would have told the man.
You wouldn't have gotten dinner.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. And she goes, well, that's wrong. So she blamed the server for not telling the manager because it was very obvious. There's no way
the server could have seen it.
I don't see any way he couldn't have seen it because he was right. I mean, I saw it, and he's right next to them, and the feet were up on the bench.
Servers are busy these days. Maybe they didn't think twice about it.
You got to be aware of that stuff. I think,
especially in this place.
I think, and I think my wife's probably right that she should have, or he should have told the manager. But it's awkward. I mean, it would have been awkward.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
And Dave asked, and the manager did not come around and say, like, how was your meal? He didn't do that. I've had him do that before there.
In that place, yes.
He didn't do it. Yeah. But it's, I mean, my wife said, I don't know if I'll come back here. And I said, I don't know. You can't bring one grouper foot. I like the restaurant.
Plus, you gave him points off for stroking each other's hair, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were lasering. We assume.
Well, that's what we said. It's a real conundrum for him. Because he's, on one hand,
so turned on.
Is that why you ordered what you ordered? Because you wanted to have a grouper with them?
Subconscious.
On the other hand, feet.
Yeah. It was
You choose.
really, really difficult. Exactly.
You can join us, but you have to kiss our feet.
I mean, that was
Would you have told the manager, Chris Demm, to say something? I mean, if you were subjected to that for 35, 45 minutes.
I think I might discreetly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have.
and I said it, and I'll say it again. I think it's tougher in that situation because they are lesbians. Because they could say, you're just profiling me.
Right.
Nah, I don't know about that. I mean, their feet are up on the chair.
Feet.
Yeah, but still,
if I had said something about it myself, which I would never have, like gone to them and said, would you please take your feet down? Then you get on video camera and argue.
You're a Karen.
Start
World War III.
Then you're a Karen.
I mean, I would imagine that any manager would say, would you mind, we're getting some complaints. Would you mind putting your feet back on the floor?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They belong.
really? Isn't that the truth?
And if you'd have said something to the manager so that they could have been warned or made aware of it, and if they'd have made a big deal about it, this couple, then you might have gotten a free meal out of it.
Oh, maybe.
Say,
Maybe.
Yeah, they
not
might have said,
that that's what you're looking. Well,
Right.
maybe
they
it is
might
what
have,
you're
you're
looking
right. The manager may have said, we're sorry you had to be subjected to that for your
comp
entire
you.
meal.
That's
Please
possible.
come back and have a dessert or desserts on us.
I guess that is
We're
possible.
going to see a movie.
You're right. And we did. We went to see Chris Demm in a movie. He did a nice voiceover in the piece.